Hello. I'm just sitting in traffic on my way to the Bay Lodge. So excited for this weekend. The Champion of Champions. Who's going to be the ultimate all-round sports person? This is the third year we've run it. The first year was won by Reese Foxon and the second year was won by Connor Hayes. And both of them are back for this season. They've not played each other before. So their head-to-heads are going to be great. Really looking forward to that. And the two players joining them are two players I've wanted in this tournament for a long time. Great all-rounders. We've got Eddie Roundthwaite, played in the Verbier leagues for a long time, mostly in Verbier, and then actually became a multi-sport champion in Southwest London a couple of seasons ago. Eddie, superb squash player, superb cricket player, and just all-round great sportsman. You know, to be honest, the four guys we've got in it this year are all, you know that person at school in your year that was good at every sport. That's these four guys in the competition this year. And that's why I'm probably more excited for this one than any other competition we've done, to have four guys, very similar skill set. You know, in previous years, in the last 2 years, we've had Magic, who, you know, he's been a pub sport specialist, you know, brilliant with the cue in his hand, brilliant with the dart in his hand, and not quite as strong at, you know, the racket sports and golf. And we've also had Rob Crashaw, who's similar sort of skill set, you know, not quite as good at darts, but he's a really good pool and snooker player. Yeah, and so to have four players that are all sort of what you call racket specialists is really interesting. On paper, any of them could win the table tennis, any of them could win the badminton. And yeah, I think any of them can win the pool, any of them can win the petanque. There's not too many nailed on winners, if you like. I think Eddie's definitely going to win the squash. I think that's probably your most nailed on result this tournament, providing he stays fit, that is. I think apart from that, I think Reese is pretty nailed on to win the snooker. Again, I've not seen Jono and Eddie play snooker, but from what they've told me, I'd expect Reese to win the snooker. That'd probably be my second nailed on result, really. I always like to do my own predictions and write down who I think is going to win. And I'm going to reveal them now, officially. Are you ready? So I was really accurate with my predictions in the first year. I had Reese winning with 33 points and he won with 32 points. The second year I wasn't quite as good. I can't remember. I think I had Magic down to win last year, but Connor was the one that, you know, he came through and he deserved it. Connor was the one that managed to pinch results in the sports he wasn't as strong at, you know. Connor, for instance, won the tennis, and really he should have come third on paper. You know, Ali and Rob were both regular tennis players at the time, so that was a bit of a shock. Connor picked up other good results as well that we weren't expecting. Oh, he managed to get a win in the darts against Rob, I think it was, which was a bit of a surprise. So yeah, Connor did really well last year. He won with, I think, what was it, 29 points. I think he won by 4 points in the end. Last year was a bit closer than the first year. The first year, Reese won it at an absolute landslide. We've got some movement here in the traffic. We're back to stationary. And yeah, really interesting. I'm really excited for this year. We start tonight with the snooker. Sorry, I didn't tell you my predictions, did I? Went off on a tangent there. My predictions, yeah. So I've got Reece winning this year comfortably, which goes against what I'm saying in terms of I think it's going to be really close. But I do think it's going to be really close, and I actually think in my predictions Reece will not quite get as many as I think he will in a couple of the sports. But the reason I've done the predictions the way I have is I don't know which sports they're going to be. You know, I've got Reece to win the tennis, but from what I hear, Jono is a very good tennis player, and so that's not nailed on. Eddie's also a very good tennis player and can push Reece, so that's not nailed on. But, you know, I think Reece is going to win. The golf, I've got Reece to win the golf, but Jono's actually got a lower handicap, so I've gone against the best player on paper, if you like. And then I think I've got Reece coming second in the squash, but obviously that might not happen. I think him and Connor, again, Jono might be really good at, you know, he might be decent enough to beat Reece and Connor at the squash. I don't know. There's a few unknowns, you know. But the main reason I think Reece is going to win is because what he did 2 years ago, the reason he won is because when he didn't win an event, he came second. He got so many second places, and that's what you need to be. You need to be a good all-rounder. You know, you need to be consistent across the board. He didn't come last at all in any competition, and I do not expect him to come last in any competition again over these next 3 days. You know, and I might be a bit biased because, as a lot of you know, Reece is my nephew, but I've seen him time and time again put in fantastic performances. I don't expect him to come last in anything, and yeah, I think he's going to win. I've got him down getting 38 points, which I know is a lot. Now, just to tell you that there is an extra sport this year. There is a mystery sport. The first year we had a mystery sport, but it was petanque. The second year we kept petanque in it. This year there is another sport, a 10th sport that's a mystery sport, and that is the second event tomorrow morning. I'm not going to say who I think is going to win that. I do have an idea of who I think is going to win it and come second, third, fourth. But again, I don't really know. I'm sort of guessing from some things that I've seen. So yeah, I won't say much about that. But yeah, so I've got Reece winning. I've actually got Eddie coming second overall. I think with 28, I think I've got Reece winning by 10 points, and then Jono and Connor, I think there's going to be a point between them, and I actually changed my mind. I think I had Jono coming third, but now I've got him coming fourth. But I think I could be really wrong about Jono. Like, I've only got Jono's results in our leagues for darts and golf, so the rest of the sports that he plays is very much an unknown. Sorry, bear with me 1 second. Yeah, so it's very much an unknown. I hope it's a lot closer than my predictions, let's put it that way. But yeah, I think Reece is going to be tough to beat. There's some really interesting matchups that I'm looking forward to. I think the table tennis is one of the most exciting events for me, just because from what I hear, I mean, from what I know, from what I know, I've played Reece and I've played Connor and I've played Eddie at table tennis, and I can tell you they're all good and they all beat me. Jono, I hear, is also a very good tennis player. Reece said he played him a lot in Verbier and their scores were quite close, with Reece just having the edge. So I'm looking forward to the table tennis. The petanque I'm looking forward to, because I think that's pretty wide open. No one really plays that. I've got Eddie down to win it because, you know, he's probably played more of petanque than anyone else in Verbier. Yeah, the snooker tonight, I expect Reece to win the snooker. Second, I think it's up for grabs between the other three. I've got Eddie to come second in the snooker, and I think I've got, can't remember if I've got Connor or Jono to come third or fourth, so I'm not sure about that. But yeah, I think Reese will take the lead tonight, and he won't let the lead slip, is what I think. But yeah, really excited. As I said, just off to the Bay Lodge, the guest house that will be looking after us for 2 days. All the players get 2 nights accommodation, and all food is laid on for the next 2 days. And yeah, it's going to be a great few days. If there's anyone watching this video thinking, you know, what's this all about, and you love your sport, this is what you want to be involved in. This weekend, it's just a sports lover's dream. You know, 10 sports across 3 days, lots of competition, and yeah, I mean, it's just a dream. Can't wait. Accommodation, all the sporting events, visiting lots of different sporting venues, playing all these different sports with these guys, and it's going to be social, it's going to be fun, competitive, and yeah, everyone should experience this. It's a great weekend. There's nothing like this around anywhere from what I've researched on the internet. So yeah, how do you get involved in a competition like this? It's pretty simple. Enter your local multi-sports league, and we've got leagues across London and Kent at the moment. God, my throat. And win your local multi-sports league, and you'll have a chance of qualifying for this. Even if you come runner-up, you'll have a chance as well. If we run out of champions that can't make it or don't want to participate, we will then ask runners-up to enter. So, but you've got to enter your local multi-sports league and give it a go. Try and become a champion in your local area. I absolutely love the multi-sports league. I've won it too many times just because I love playing in all the sports. So yeah, really enjoy it. Slight shame for me this year that our Dartford champion, I'm going to give a shout out to him, Dan Fife, is not participating because of a knee injury. He's actually having an operation, so hopefully he can play next year. He would have been a great addition to this year's lineup. So it would have been him, Eddie, Reese and Connor. Jono was the one that was called in to replace, just said his name, to replace, my mind's gone blank, to replace Dan Fife. Yeah, okay, so yeah, that's my preview. Really looking forward to it, can't wait now. Gonna get all the food ready, we're gonna get all the decorations ready, just decorate the accommodation and the meeting place where we're gonna meet, and yeah, do the welcome chat later, explain all the scoring formats, how it's all gonna work. I'll explain it to you guys for those that don't know. So all 4 players will compete in all 10 events. The winner of the event will get 4 or 5 points. Okay, I'm going to explain why in a minute. The runner-up will get 3 points, 3rd place gets 2 points, and 4th place gets 1 point. If for whatever reason a player doesn't complete an event, they'll get 0 points. That could be down to injury, could be down to disqualification. Yeah, luckily we've never ever had that before, but that is a rule. And yeah, the reason the winner gets 4 or 5 points is very simple. So the winner gets 5 points if they go unbeaten. If they don't go unbeaten, then they get 4 points. Now, we've only had this happen twice, once last year and once the year before. The first year we had a scenario in the pool where Reese, Magic and Ali all won 2 matches each, and then it went down to frame difference, and I think Ali got the win in the end. He got the 4 points, Magic got 3 and Reese got 2. The second year, last year, it was in the tennis where Connor, Rob and Ali all got 2 wins each, and Connor was the one that ended up getting the 4 points because he had a better set difference than the other 2. So that's how it's going to work in terms of the points. So you've got to go unbeaten. Now, the only sport that is different to that is golf. Now, in the golf, it's stroke play and it's not match play. So you're not playing each other, you're playing stroke play. Now, the rule that we had before, we've scrapped. The new rule is you've got to win by 2 clear shots. Okay, so if someone scores 41 and another player scores 42, the player with 41 will get 4 points and the player with 42 will get 3 points. If it's 43 points, sorry, if it's 41 for the winner and 43 for the runner-up, then the winner will get 5 points. So you just got to win by 2 clear strokes to get your 5 points. Simple as that. The player with the most points at the end of the 3 days will be the champion. Now, if it's a tie, it will then go down to who's won the most events. Okay? If it's a tie again, it will go down to the 2 players' head-to-head record against each other. So, in how many sports did each player beat the other one? Okay, so actually in previous years, because we've had 9 events, we would always get a winner with this, because someone could win 5 and someone could win 4, because you're playing each other 9 times. But this year there's 10 events, so technically it could be a 5-all draw. And if it's a 5-all draw, I actually can't remember what the next route to winning is. I'll have to look it up and let you know. But yeah, that's the way it's going. Right, I'm nearly at the Bay Lodge, which is down in lovely Minnis Bay. All the events are taking place across Margate, Ramsgate, Broadstairs and Birchington, Minnis Bay. And yeah, really excited to get going now. The players will be arriving in sort of 2 hours, and I'm going to get ready and set up. Hope everyone has a great day, and yeah, don't forget to have a look at our social media throughout the 3 days, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and check to see how the players are doing. Okay, have a great weekend, guys. All right, and thanks for watching.